What's going on, brother?
Oh, what's up? What's up? Hold on. I'm trying to get you.
Just get your life right. Get your life right. Coming in and going, yes, there you go. Get your life right.
Is that
You
better?
know how to get your good lighting.
I'm trying to make sure I have great lighting.
That's right. Make sure you got the best lighting.
Or the best. Hold on. Is that
There you
better?
go. That's amazing. Look at you. Well, let me start over. Hey, brother, how
Kinda
you doing?
is.
You doing all right today? Doing good? Yeah. Okay. Now I know you're
No,
not shy,
I'm
so
doing absolutely amazing. Honestly, like I'm
oh,
good. I'm having a great Sunday. I went to Stone Mountain. I
yeah.
walked, and now I'm pumped up for this interview. Like I'm pumped up for this shit. So let's do it.
Well, that's what I
Yeah.
want, brother. That's what I want. I'm glad to have you on. It's been a while since we've actually gotten a chance to talk, and so I'm glad to
I
actually
know.
catch up with you a little bit today. You've been
Yeah.
on your grind and doing your thing and like making moves.
Oh
How's that
yeah.
feeling? Like, how you feeling about all of the stuff you got going on right now?
I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of overwhelming because we're in a pandemic, so
Mhm.
I'm just trying to make sure that what I have going on stays afloat, and but also like it's been rewarding from the response that I have been getting from my latest project,
Yeah.
when love takes over. So it's rewarding, but it's also nervous at the same time because it's been a long time coming, you know. But I'm in a great place. I will say that I'm in a great place. Shout out to everybody that's joined though. What's
I
up?
know, right? Thank you, everybody, for joining. I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
We got some good people on too. I can see the
yeah.
names flowing in. I love it. We also got another love coach. Thank you. Thank you. You are like, so you have several things that you got coming up right now, but the main thing is when love takes over. Tell us a little bit about that so we know what to expect from your project.
Yeah, most definitely. So, When Love Takes Over is a movie, is a dramatic show that really touches on uh different things that the average human deals with. So, we touch on topics like mental health and suicide and relationships, and it's just the movie really has a lot of layers to it. And
Mm,
so it's about this guy who is he's seeking the counsel of this therapist who is kind of like taking him back to
mm,
um a really dark moment in his life that he's trying to kind of like navigate and get out of, if you will. And what is for him is kind of a teachable moment, but also kind of a way for him to kind of like find the light at the end of the tunnel type of
mm.
deal. And
Yeah.
we see him go through these changes and transitions from somebody that he truly loved and he was truly committed to. And I really think that this movie is so relatable to the average viewer and the average person. And I'm so fucking excited about it. I'm so excited about it. I really
You
am.
should be. You should be.
Yeah.
I mean, whenever somebody creates something, it's like this thing. It's like your baby. You gotta love your baby. So I am
Hmm.
all for the love here, man. And actually, the premise sounds amazing. I think not only is it necessary, you got some good actors on. How did you choose your actors?
I actually I didn't have an audition, so I just had like people in mind that I really wanted to work with to bring this story about. And so what I did was is I reached out to these individuals, and I make sure that I was able to connect with them. And the people that I had, they was just on board, and it was just, that was rewarding because I was just able to reach out and say, hey, I have a role that I think would be great with, and I just really wanted to tell a story that would pierce the hearts of the average person. And
Yeah.
with these people that I selected, they were the best for the job, and I'm very appreciative. They were so passionate. That's the thing about it. It takes a lot of passion for this type of field, especially like when you're on an independent level, it takes so
Yes.
much passion, right? And
Right.
so I was um blessed to have a passionate group of people that just love what they do and was ready to like bring the story to life. And
I
so,
love that.
yes,
I'm
I
so
had a
proud
good
of you,
time.
brother. I really am. Thank you again for everybody joining in. Look, let me say this to you. You are on your grind, man, and that's so awesome. How has that transition been for you being in this space that you are now? Because I know you've gone through a few different transitions throughout the years,
Yeah,
but being in this space where you seem so focused and so on point, how has it been for you in relationships and dating?
yeah. Oof. Well, for me personally, okay. So for me personally, relationships and dating, it has been a task. I'm not gonna lie. I was in a relationship for about 2.5 years, and being single now has kind
Mhm.
of opened my eyes to like from that last relationship. I've been able to really figure out what I want in a person and in a connection. And I'm not gonna lie, it's been kind of a task. It's been kind of a, like a. I'm not gonna say it's a struggle, but I am gonna say
Mhm.
it's a challenge
Uh-huh.
because, we're all in this realm of trying to figure out what we like and what the next person needs to look like and what we require from different people type of shit, right?
Mhm.
So for me, it's just been the struggle of trying to make sure that whatever I whatever I'm trying to manifest really comes into fruition.
Yeah.
Because I totally want somebody that's going to be really into me, that's going to be really supportive of what I have going on, that's going to be really um able to see me and my beauty in this whole. And it's kind of hard to decipher the ones that don't do that. So, I'm going on all these dates and trying to figure it out. So that's been the only task. But right now, where I'm at is just focus on the business and the grind and the success and the coin.
Mm.
That's where I'm
Right.
at. So I've
Yeah.
really taken a step back to really fall in love with my craft. When the love come, it will come. But right now, I just been focusing on my craft. I'm just ready to like blow the fuck up. That's where I'm at. Like,
Well,
period.
I think that's so important, man. Like, I can't tell people enough. Singleness is selfishness. It is the one phase of your love journey where you get to focus solely on you. And
Yeah,
we make selfishness such a negative word, but it really is such a beautiful thing to be so invested and love yourself that you give yourself all the things that you deserve.
yeah,
Like that is selfish, but that's what you're worth. You're worth that. And for you to focus on your career right now and know that that's what you want to put your energy towards, that is selfish, but it's necessary and it's healthy and it's
yeah,
beautiful. And you got to own that, man. You got to own that that's okay. Because, like
yeah,
you said, when you get in the right space and at the right time, the right person comes along for you. So, congratulations on
yeah,
just being in that space and
yeah,
allowing yourself to feel okay with it,
yeah,
because a lot of people feel regret or guilt for being there, and you shouldn't.
yeah. And
That you
that's so
shouldn't.
true
So,
because like even yesterday, me and my best friend we were walking and he just stopped me out of nowhere, right? And he's just like, I just want to say you're a beautiful person. You have a great heart and you deserve somebody that's going to love you through and through type of shit. And that really, for me, changed in that instant, made me see me a little bit
mm,
more. And it was weird, like how it happened. But for me, it was a defining moment for me to
mm.
kind of like see, damn, I am a good ass individual. I am, you know, um capable of love and I should receive that type of love back type of ordeal. And so that is my mission and I know what
Yeah.
I want. And for me, like my focus right now is my grind and my work and my success. And I just want to find somebody that's going to truly appreciate that through and through, you know?
All right.
And that's
Yeah.
the standard. That's the standard. I'm sorry. I'm not wrestling with it. but that's my standard, and that's
So
what I'm trying to
what
find.
are the other things that you need in order to be happy with somebody?
What do I need in order to be happy? I
Yeah.
need stability. That's one of the things that really um okay, so I'm a Sagittarius for those of you who don't know. But one of the things that I really don't laugh. But one of the things that I really pride myself on is being loyal. You know, like I'm loyal to my friends, I'm loyal to my family. I want to make sure everybody wins, type of shit, right? That's a part of me being stable. I want to know that when I date or when I have a friendship or any type of relationship in my life that is stable, that I don't have to worry if you have my back or not. So
Mm,
that's one of the main things for me. So if I feel like you're not a person that offers stability, it's okay. I'm not going to hold you against it. You're just not the person for me. And I can
yeah.
recognize that, right? Like I'm not going to be against you, but for me, I require a certain level of stability because I'm a stable type of individual. I'm gonna make sure I give you my all. I bring a lot to the table, and I want you to be able to do the same thing, damn thing for me. Because I believe in balance. You know, from start
Yeah.
to finish, and I just want to make sure that whoever comes in my life is sees me as a king that I am.
Mm. Well, you love your
That's
crowns,
it.
so I know that they better recognize that, or else, right?
Or else.
What is the biggest lesson that you learned from past relationships that you know you need for your future success about that?
Ooh. Oh, that's such a good ass question. Why you playing with me? I would say my biggest lesson would be um learning how to be honest.
Mm,
Like being authentic and being honest. This past relationship that I've been in, I I was scared to be honest because I didn't feel like I had that safe space to be, you know?
mm.
But now I'm learning to like really be honest. Like even with people that I'm just like dating, I'm just be like, okay, if the energy is not there or the vibe is not there, I'm able to say, hey, I'm not really feeling our energy. I don't feel like we're meshing. I think you're a great person, but you maybe not the person for me. Even like acknowledging that fact and being
Yeah.
able to be open and honest, it is so rewarding because whether people like it or not, they will still respect you for being open and honest about how you truly feel about the
Absolutely.
connection. And that's
Yes.
what I've been really focused on. So, like the past few months, like I've been, if y'all don't know, I've been out of my relationship a year. And but since then I've done a lot of self work, right? And so like when now I meet people, if it's not going the way that I feel like it's not, we don't have a connection, I'm going to be open and honest now. I'm gonna let the person know, hey, we're not vibing in a way that I feel like we should, or it's unbalanced in this way, or whatever.
Mm.
And now people are able to like really respect me for it, even if they don't like it. But
That's
I'm
big.
being
No,
open
that's
and
important.
honest and letting them know like this is what it is. And I think
Absolutely,
that's
man.
very
People
important.
need that. People need that. I mean, people
Yeah.
really, at the end of the day, people do respect having somebody who's going to be honest, who's going to be transparent, is going to be real, so that we're not
Oh
wasting each
yeah.
other's time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Don't waste my time. I don't, please don't do that. So I get that. I get that. When it comes to your relationships that you've had, hey y'all, when it comes to the relationships that you've had, where were you looking at? Where are you?
I know. I was trying to type, but I ain't know it turned. Let me see. I
When
see
it
my
comes
face.
to the relationships that you've had, what do you feel like is the most challenging thing about dating today?
Oh my god. Okay. I think well for me, the most challenging thing for me is finding uh individuals that is really genuine about what they want, you know. Um a lot of people put off this ideology of what they feel a relationship is, and they have these belief systems, and they try to customize you to fit whatever they believe. And to me, that's just not healthy, because at the end of the day, we we all have our own experiences. We all look at things differently, and we all internalize things differently. And how you believe it may not be the same how I believe, right? But it
Yeah.
don't mean that I'm wrong or you're right, or you're wrong and I'm right. For the thing about it is trying to find somebody that really compliments me, you know, because what I require in my relationship is total honesty. But sometimes it's hard for individuals to be totally honest. Like, okay, so I was talking to one of my friends the other day about monogamy, right?
Right.
And I was just expressing that I don't really know what monogamy is, because I've never
Mm.
seen it in my life. Not saying I know what it is, but I've never, you know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't
Experienced it.
practiced it type of shit, right? So I can't really say what it is or what it looks like. Well, all I can tell you is what I think it should be. So if you came from a background where you have two parents, you have a two-parent household, and it seemed monogamous and everything was peaches and cream, that's cool. I didn't come from that.
Mhm.
My mother and father wasn't together.
I feel
Like,
you.
I didn't see certain things. Like, I don't know how that relationship looks for me. The only
Mm.
thing I can do is give you the piece of me that I know, right? So
Right.
monogamy is not my end all be all. It's more so what I require out the person, and what I require for, to make me feel good. Like, I want you to make me, you said, you know how you had different love languages and shit. So what I require from your affection, what I require from our connection. So for me, that's monogamous. You know
Mm.
what I'm saying? It's not so, oh, if you have sex with this person, or like, no. So I'm looking at things in a different way going forward, and being in my last relationship has helped me to open my eyes to see, okay, is this something that you want? Because I was dating somebody that was very traditional, that has these ways, like, you got to follow XYZ, this is how it has to be. But mind you, I'm a Sag, so I may not go in a certain direction that this person want me to go. It don't mean I'm invalid. It just means that I have a different way of looking at things, right? And so
Mm.
I'm learning certain things like that about myself. So now I know what I can deal with and what I cannot deal with. Now I'm able
Yeah.
to say, oh, the person that's in front of me, if we are on a date, okay, you do things this certain way. Can I deal with that? Do I want to deal with that? Is that something that I can handle for 5, 10 plus years or whatever, and feel comfortable enough to say I don't want to deal with that,
Mm.
and to let that person know, like, hey, because I've gotten out of people's bed, and I'm like, hey, it's just not, the energy is not with us.
I get that. Absolutely. You got to have the right energy, and you got to have the
Oh
right
yeah,
cohesion. I mean, honestly, if you're going to be with somebody, if you're going to be in a space where you're going to try to make something work, you've got to at least have common values and think in a certain way
yeah,
that's in line. You don't have to like all the same stuff, but when it comes to values and morals and things that you believe are true to your character, like those things have to line up. Or else it just
yeah,
won't work. I don't care how
most
good the sex
definitely,
is. I don't care how much money they have. I don't care how famous they are. Like if those things aren't there, it won't work. It just won't work. There
exactly,
will always be heartbreak in a relationship. Somebody will always be
yeah,
sacrificing their happiness in order to
exactly,
stay in the relationship. So
yeah,
I think you're spot on with that. But you know what?
yeah,
That's one of the things I try to coach people, and I love coach now is that honestly, everybody has their own way of believing love is. There's no one love book that you can read that fits everybody, but
yeah,
you have to apply what you want, what you sincerely want out of your heart,
yeah,
and what you want from someone else. And when you do that, that's when you find the right one. That's when it
exactly.
clicks in. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not because you did what your mama did and you did what your pastor
exactly.
wants you to do. It's when you figure out you find the right
My
person.
fucking point.
Yeah,
It's not because you followed some type of blueprint or what you
yeah,
think it is supposed to be in line. Like your relationship may be totally different from everybody else's, but it's yours, and
yes,
you really outline what it's supposed to feel like and be like, and that person, you allow them to be them, and it's not so everything's not so harsh and crucial, and like you must follow this, like all these rules and regulations, and
yeah,
you're able to just love and be at peace with somebody that's in front of you that you just like think the world about. And you're not trying to bend their belief systems and bend their who how they see the world.
yeah.
You just love them just for being. And that's
That's
what I
really all it
realized.
is, brother. That's really all it is. It's finding someone that you can be so in love with that the
Yeah.
rest of it just comes so naturally. Like it
Yeah.
doesn't need a title, it doesn't need a label, it doesn't need an Instagram post. It is enough as it is. It doesn't need, getting 10,000 likes on a video or 10,000 likes on a picture. It is enough with you alone that you feel
Hmm.
secure in the love that you have when nobody else is watching. And
I'm telling you,
that's when
that
you
is
know you
so
got it.
true.
That's when you know you got it. That's why
That is so true.
I'm finishing up this book, Successful Love, but my next one is going to be Fuck the System, because that really is the truth. When it comes to relationships, you got to learn how to fuck the system. There is no system. There is no system anymore. Every system that we can go back to is based on some religious order that is
Yeah.
honestly today archaic. Like it doesn't work. It doesn't fit anymore. We have gay marriages. We have intersex relationships. We have people that are asexual. I mean, that it's not. It doesn't fit,
It just
and
doesn't.
you got to fuck the system. You just got to figure out what's working for you, and if you can do that, then you will find the love that works. So
That is so
that's. I mean,
fucking true.
that's where we are. That's where we are. This is where we
Yeah.
are. Yeah. The hairstyle said relationships today are so different. And I agree. Our
Oh
parents'
yeah.
relationships are so different than ours, and they will be different going forward. I mean, I think they're going to be different coming out of this pandemic. Relationships are going to be
Yeah.
so different. More people are going to be trying to meet online, doing virtual chats before they go on a physical date. I think, I mean, it's just going to be different. People aren't going to be able to hug at first,
Yeah.
and
Well,
I
what I
agree with,
think we need to do is really put more effort into the person that's in front of us, because
yeah,
a lot of times we get so distracted by so many options. And for me, like, even I've been, because I'm not gonna lie, like if you would have tried to court me 2 or 3 years ago, I was the type of person that believed, well, my option when I'm single, I have options, and it is what it is, whatever, right? But now I'm starting to feel like, okay, I don't want to have too many options when I have somebody in front of me, because I want to give somebody my undivided attention. And if it don't work out, that's fine. But at
right,
least I know that I'm not spreading myself too thin in some type of way,
right.
that I'm able to kind of like really hone in. Okay, who is this person? What do they like? Like what makes them smile? Like even that, and not to say that they're the person, but at least I'm able to be like, I can really hone in on this person, see
Yeah.
what they're about. They can see what I'm about and really focus on them. They don't have to be the one, but at least I'm doing my due diligence to kind of like not exercise, because I'm a sag. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
I
Lord.
do have to believe, well, when I'm single, a nigga, I'm single. So nobody can tell me shit, right? But lately, I don't want to be that busy. I don't want to be getting to know two and three people, because it's literally exhausting. It's
It is.
exhausting.
Well, this is how I put it. Before the whole Bill Cosby issue, I could use this example. I'm still going to use it today, though. It was an episode where Bill Cosby was sitting with his son Theo, and he was trying to explain. Theo had this job and he was making this money. And he was like, "Hey, I got all this money," and so Theo was he was like he was gonna move out the house. So he was like, "All right, cool." So he gave us some Monopoly money. He was like, "Here's all your money, and so I'm gonna take some for rent, and I'm gonna take some for clothes, and I'm gonna take some for food, and I'm gonna take some for this." And
Right.
he's like, "I still got $40." He's like, "You gonna have a girlfriend?" He was like, "Yep, take the rest." You know, it's like that. That money is like time, and
Yeah.
when you don't have as much time to give to as many people as you think you do. You when you have 5 people that you're entertaining at once, you can only give so much currency to each one. To each one, okay? So you end up nobody ends up getting all your currency. That's my
Nobody.
y'all love that episode too. No, nobody gets all your currency, and so you end up knowing fractions of people. You never get to know them for real, and so you're making a false choice. You're not making the wisest choice because you only know pieces of each person.
Yeah.
And so in your head, you think you have a full thing because all 5 may make up all 5 in pieces may make up
Make
a
up
whole
to.
thing for you, but
Yeah.
you haven't gotten to know one person in the whole. And that's the problem, is that's why people can't settle down, is because they don't know how to investigate somebody's soul to the full extent. They only know
Stop
how to
playing with
get
me.
somebody to a portion. They only know how to get
Exactly.
quarter love. I'm saying they don't know dollar love, they know quarter love. And so they give it out for a quarter to 4 different people and they think they
Yeah.
found love, but
Yeah.
you never find it by not giving the full currency to one person. I think there's something special about giving the full dollar to somebody and then taking it back if
Give
they
him
don't
the
deserve it.
$4.
Give them the full dollar. Don't give a quarter. Give them the full dollar. And if they don't deserve it, take it back. You know, but at least you know that they weren't worth
And
it.
that's some honest shit. If they don't deserve it, or if it's not for them,
Yes,
recognize that and be open and honest enough to say, "Hey, it's not for you.
it's not for you.
We're
It's
not
not for you.
working." It's
Yes,
okay to say we're not working.
yes,
I've been in situations where I had to say, "It's not working. I think you're a great person, but it's not
yes.
working."
It's not working. And
I'm
that's
that
okay.
type of honest person. I will let your ass know. Just because I don't want to waste your time, my time.
Yes.
I don't want you to think I'm this invalid human being. I'm just gonna let you know so that way we can move on with our lives. And whether we're cordial or whatever, maybe you don't want to talk to my ass afterwards, but that's fine too. But at least you can respect that I told you and I
Yes.
was open and honest. Because why invest all of that time in trying to mold somebody to be what you think you want? Like, no, it don't
No, you
work
don't have
like
to
that.
mold anybody. Let me tell you something. I realized that it's a good story. So when I was a kid, I was we were in middle school and actually elementary school, and we were instructed to take clay and make something for our parents. So I was going to make a bear in a chair because my dad would come home and he would watch TV. He worked hard for the family. He would watch TV. And so he was like the bear in the chair watching TV. And I was going to make this whole scene with the TV and the bear and the chair and all this stuff, right? Well, I get the clay and then I realized I'm not good with clay, right? I'm not creative when it comes to clay. So here I am trying to make this thing and it's coming out horrible. First of all, my chair looks more like a beanbag. It doesn't even have legs. So I and my bear's looking a little flipped. They look more like a dog. But anyway, so I got this thing that wasn't my vision, right? This thing that
Right.
didn't look the way I wanted. And I gave it to my teacher because she was going to put it in the oven to bronze it because that's what they do, right?
Just to get it
And
hard.
then so make it hard, right? And so I was so sad when I went home. But the teacher was like, "Hey, don't worry. Tomorrow we're going to paint them so you'll be able to paint it. And when you paint it, you can make it look the way you want." So I was so ready. I was like, all right, here we go. Here we go. I'm going to paint it the right way. So I come back the next day and I come up with this creative idea to mix all these colors and get this great color that I was going to come out with in my head and be real creative. And it looked like dog shit. So I was now painting something with a color that I didn't like and something that didn't look like what it liked, right? Well, I took that thing home after it dried. We got it the next day. I took it home and I gave it to my parents. And my parents looked at it and my mom started to cry. Now, look,
Oh,
this is the thing that I thought was nothing. I thought was ugly. I thought was nasty. She started crying. Why did she cry? Because she loved the person who made it, right? This is what a real relationship is.
yeah.
That you meet somebody and they come to you with all their mess and all their things that they didn't feel like they came right with and all the things they feel are baggage in their life. And you're looking at them like, but I love you. And it works. And it's easy. And I can carry it. And it works for me. And you're enough for me. And I will cry because when I see you, I see enough. That's what real love is. That's why you got to give the full dollar. Because if you can't get that kind of love from a quarter, you got to give the full self. You got to love somebody's full self to get to that place where you can see
Yeah.
them beyond their flaws and scars and pain and difficulties and challenges and
That is
their past.
so fucking good,
And their
Byron.
past.
That is good. Oh, that's so fucking good. That is
So
so
wait,
fucking good.
it's the only way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. Yes. So I'm encouraging you, my brother, like this space you're in where you're focused on your work, stay there. Get to
Yeah.
this place where you can be more confident with the creation that you are. You know,
Yeah.
get to the place where you can have more self-confidence and self-esteem and
Yeah.
self-love. Because when you get there, you won't be shocked that somebody sees you and loves you in the way that makes them want to cry.
Cause, mm, boy, cause that has been my struggle. That has definitely been a struggle for me for people to notice me, people to notice the type of work that I've been trying to delve into and uncover, and people to notice that I'm doing this for my community and to see the beauty of my heart and
Mm.
my passion and my desires to make us win, to see us in a total different light. Like, and I'm not gonna lie, it's a task, it's a job within itself, you know. And what people don't see is the struggle of putting it all on, you know. And like the when I first started my production company in 2017, right? I started it when I had just left the banking industry, and I said
Mhm.
I'm going to stop working 9 to 5s, and
Right?
I'm just gonna go for it. And I did. I did. It was
Yeah.
great. I went for it. I stopped working. I wasn't working a 9 to 5, and then shit got tough, got hard, and I what I thought was gonna be like, oh well, I'm never gonna work again because I'm working for myself. It turned into some other shit to where as though I had to beg to get a job because I didn't have a dime to my
Mm.
name, and I was
Yeah.
struggling, and I was still putting on content with no money, just trying to make it work in any way that I could, you know, and asking people for handouts and struggling to make ends meet, and you know, while I'm struggling to pay my light bill, I still struggling to pay my actors type of thing. You know, the
Yeah.
people that I care about that I want to see win. Now I'm struggling like to put on the content that I've been working so hard in, but I don't have the money really technically to do, but I'm still going forward as if I do,
Mm.
and still trying to maintain that sense of okay, of inspiration, so
Yeah.
that way the next person after me can have some hope. Because it wasn't just about what I was going through; it was about making sure that the next person feel like, okay, well, I can do this because this person has done it, and this person has stuck in it, no matter what they feel, what they've been through. It's been I ain't gonna lie, it's been a struggle.
Yeah.
And it's still a struggle some days for me. You know, that the days of not having a team when it was only me, when I had
Yeah.
to be every position.
Right.
Like for real, it's hard. And what I appreciate about the work and the effort is that I'm able to still tell my story in this moment because I know where I was 6 months ago.
Mm.
Like this wasn't that long ago. Like I
Yes.
know where I was struggling 6 months ago and crying and like trying to figure it all out type of shit. And to see that now I've been able to come to a place where I'm comfortable. I'm able to pay my people. I'm able to put on content. I'm able to do things now in a way that I'm comfortable. I'm great. My life is great. I'm not gonna, you know what I'm saying? My life is amazing. But 6 months ago, Byron, you wouldn't have been able to tell me this.
Yeah.
You wouldn't have been able to tell me nothing. Like it was, you wouldn't have been able to tell me it was gonna be okay because I felt like it wouldn't have been okay
Well,
at that
hopefully
moment. Like
that
it was
is the
bad.
evidence. Hopefully that is the evidence of the path that you're on. That the path, understand, this is one thing that is so crucial to remember. You
Yeah,
are not great. You are not great. I am not great. But our paths are great. And your path produces greatness out of you.
oh yeah,
Your path is what shines for you, right? So when you realize that you don't have to even try to be anything, that all you got to do is stay on the path and it works out for itself. It supplies its own resources. Like there
yeah,
is no path that needs anybody to come water it. Like the path knows how to supply the nutrients that it needs to survive, to keep being a
exactly.
path, and so once you realize that brother, if you just keep moving, it works out. Somebody need
It
to hear
does.
that right there. Like if you just keep moving and keep doing it, it works. It works.
It does. It really does. It really
Look
does.
at
And
you
like
now.
I said, I didn't see it 6 months ago because I was depressed and mental and upset and like jaded and I was everything 6 months ago. I was like struggling. Like
Mm,
I didn't see me getting to this place to where though like I had a screening last Sunday, right? And doing while watching it, I was tearing up. And I had
mm,
to kind of like walk away a few times just because I was tearing up because
yeah.
I didn't see me getting to that place to where I'll be able to show because I knew like before that I didn't have a lot of help. I didn't have a lot of people that were like a lot of people that were behind me walked away from me like they turned it back or whatever happened, you know. So I didn't feel as though, in a sense, I was worthy. It's weird. I didn't feel like I was accomplishing anything. I didn't feel successful.
Mm,
Like the way other people look at me, I didn't feel that. Like it wasn't coming across to me. Like I should be proud of what I was going on or whatever. And that's why I stayed. To be honest, that's why I stayed away from social media for a long ass time because I didn't want to talk or I didn't want to like I didn't want to do a lot of shit that I was doing because I wasn't pleased
mm,
or whatever. And so now that I'm in a better place and I'm able to see my work and really respect it,
yeah.
now I don't want to even let that go.
Right.
So my
No, you can't.
defenses are up like shit.
Yes.
I ain't gonna lie, my defenses are so up because I don't the happiness that I feel now. I knew it took me a while to get here, so I don't even want to let that go. I just don't.
Well, that's a safe place to be while you're in your single phase. Like while you're not focused on relationships, that's fine. The moment you decide to move on, no, you got to bring some of those walls down because it requires
I
vulnerability. But where
know,
you are
and
right
I
now
know it.
is so necessary for what you're trying to develop. It's like that caterpillar going into the cocoon. So it's like it is that
Yep.
protective layer, to become the image of something new, something that can fly higher. You've got to build those defenses around you, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I think people get this mind, and this is why we talked earlier about there's no manual for that, right? Like you got to figure out what's working for you. And at some phases, we need the defense, and at others, we need to go more in the vulnerable space. And so I think where you're saying you are, and where it sounds like you are, is definitely in a place where you're single, focused, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And it's okay to have
Definitely.
defenses up. It's okay to be building your standards. It's okay to be building even your character. Like it's okay, and I
Yeah.
don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about
Right.
it.
Right.
Yeah,
You're right.
I'm happy to hear that, man. I really am. I
Thank you.
am really proud of this person that you've become. I mean, I've always been proud of you, but you're definitely maturing into a fuller version of yourself, and so I'm very
Yeah.
happy to see that.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Absolutely. Look, tell us where we can find your work, your new movie, how we can get to that.
Yeah. Well, I definitely want people, everybody on here, all 19 of you, to go and support black businesses. I am a black business. But
Yes, you are.
follow us on DreamHouseTVExclusive.com. That's where you're going to be able to watch our shows. I'm definitely going to be working hard to bring you more content and more shows. I have so many shows in the pipeline. So I just ask that y'all bear with us. It is COVID-19. We're trying to work through that. And but if you are an actor or you want to work in production, whatever, encourage whoever to hit me up, reach out to me, DM me, Rahim Brazil online, on Instagram. Just reach out. You never know
Mhm.
what may happen. So just reach out. And I am looking for more actors, and I have certain projects going on in the background. But just make your way. You can subscribe to my new network for $5.99.
All
Less
right.
than a Wendy's meal. It is $5.99. You can watch what we have going on. You can watch this new movie that we just released. So that is big. And the reason why we need people to subscribe is because our actors need to get paid. They work really hard. It takes it takes money to film this. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. We have to book different places and spaces. We have people to pay. We gotta provide food. So it takes money. And I want
Yeah.
y'all to realize that, we're in the independent level, but at the same time, we could definitely use your support and your gratitude or whatever. It doesn't have to be much, but I do encourage you to check us out. If you want to watch some good content, it is great. The movie is great. I know you haven't seen it yet, Byron, but it is great. And I'm not just saying
I
that
love it.
because I wrote it and directed it, but it's
No, it's
because it,
good.
it just tackles a lot of systematic issues that we're having today.
Mhm.
And I
Yeah.
want I want every individual to be able to see that and see themselves in this film. And so that's the main thing. So I love y'all. Thank you for having me on the show.
Oh
For
man, you're
real.
great, man. I appreciate you,
Yeah.
and I thank
I
you for being
appreciate y'all.
on. And I know some people ask, yes, I'm a love coach. Yes, my ByronJamal.com. You can go and see my stuff. And I thank you, brother, for being on. We got to talk more. I'm so proud of you. Like I
Thank
said, for
you.
this space that you're in. And remember those 6 months ago that you were in that space was really just proof and evidence that you got a great purpose ahead of you, man. So just keep
Yeah.
staying in this path and keep doing what you're
I'm
supposed to
blessed.
do.
I
Yeah,
thank
you
God that
are.
I'm
You are
so
truly
blessed.
blessed.
Like,
Yes. So keep holding on to those blessings and keep doing the things that keep attracting those blessings
oh
into
yeah.
your life. Yeah. And we will talk very soon. Thank you again, bro. Have a good one. All right.
Thank you. I love you. Y'all have a good one. Thank y'all for tuning into this live. Make sure y'all follow Byron Jamal and, continue on to the content. Thank you for providing a platform for everybody. I really do appreciate it. And this has been a great show.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you, man. I can't wait to have this aired out on YouTube coming out the next week.
Yeah.
Peace, brother.